everyone, dear colleagues, good morning and thank you for your presence here. First of all, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Anasastios and this is my colleague Maria, and we are both members of the language project. It is a great pleasure for both of us to be invited at this important event in Thessaloniki. And we would like to thank the organizers for giving us the opportunity to be here today and speak about the content and the social impact of our language project. So you may probably wonder, what is this language project? The language project is a youth cultural initiative and a network of translators, interpreters, educators, trainers and trainees. In other words, it's a network of people who love foreign languages and intercultural communication, aiming in general at promoting translation and interpreting. The idea was born in July 2015 when some of us were cyber talking while spending our holidays in different places in Greece. After that, the language project, this initial idea, became a part of the START program. This is a program for the next generation of cultural managers in Greece, aiming at enabling the participants to transform an innovative project idea into a cultural initiative. Our project had been selected out of 150 applications, and along with other 12 Greek fellow cultural managers, we had an 1.5 months of training and job shadowing in German cultural centers. Specifically, our representative, the translator and cultural manager Violeta, was assigned to work during that period for the ZAK Cultural Center in Düsseldorf in Germany. From December 2015 until May 2016, we have organized several events. We will have the opportunity later to present, to have a look at some of them, with the support of the Robert Bosch Stiftung, the Goethe-Institut Thessaloniki, and the German Association of Socio-Cultural Centers, who have been our main promoters, supporters, and sponsors for this period of time, as well as with the support of other Greek and international key partners. Through the language project, we produce versatile translation-based events promoting translation, foreign languages, and interculturalism, endorsing multilingualism and multiculturalism, getting the translator out of his or her cocoon and making translation a co-creative process, innovating by introducing new teaching methods, denoting language as a common basis for entertainment and teamwork. More specifically, the aim of our project is to present the clear image of the profession, of the professions of translators and interpreters, to let the public get in contact with the real working conditions of these professions, to inform potential clients how to reach professional translators, to promote a pool of professional translators and interpreters in the Greek market, to post articles regarding translation and multilingualism in our website, target to the general public and not only to the professionals of the field. Moreover, to inspire pupils of our local community at Corfu, Thessaloniki or Athens to pursue an education in translation, to inform students who intend to carry out a specialization in the field of translation and interpreting, to offer extra knowledge to students of translation, for example, through subtitling workshops, to promote finally the research in the translation studies sector. Now, my colleague Maria will explain to you how we have tried so far to achieve these goals, and more specifically, she will present some of our key activities, and she will refer to the social impact of these activities to the general public.
So, good morning. And after theory, let's put things into practice. In order to achieve all these objectives mentioned, we organized several key activities, let's say events, in different places in Greece. One of these events was the Cooperative Translation Workshop, which was held in Goethe-Institut in Athens. And after, you can see here, after an open call, we gathered participants with no previous knowledge in German and whose mother tongue was Greek. In a 3-hour seminar, the participants had been introduced both to the German language and to the translation process. We had the opportunity to translate into groups the illustrated stories of Wilhelm Busch, which by the way, had never been translated in Greek before. We discussed about language and cultural differences and similarities. So I mean language and cultural differences and similarities between Greek and German. We talked about a wide variety of translation options and choices. And of course, we introduced translation as a dynamic, a new imaginative teaching tool when it comes to foreign language learning. Needless to say that the key point here was that all participants were highly inspired and finally convinced that learning a foreign language can be, and if you ask me, should be, creative. So the great thing with the Cooperative Translation Workshop was that it is really inspiring and really creative. That's why a few months after the first experiment, we reorganized another Cooperative Translation Workshop for young children. And in a few months, we are planning to organize one more in the public library of Alexandroupolis. The Handson Subtitling Workshop was another event which was held at the Ionian University in Corfu. The participants here had been introduced to the subtitling process and have conducted the subtitling of 5 short films that were presented at the annual Audiovisual Arts Festival in May. The working languages here were German, Greek, and English, and the whole process had been taken place in cooperation with highly experienced professionals and academics. There was another event in Corfu too, the Comics Translation Workshop, which had been organized at the Ionian University again, but in cooperation with the University of Malaga in Spain. It included a theoretical introduction, and after that, a live translation by the participants of the comic Habibi by Greg Thompson. The participants were given insights into these kinds of very special and interesting translation, and to some of them, it was given the opportunity to open the door to a new professional, translation-oriented alternative that is not so often mentioned or suggested. In Thessaloniki now, we organize the translation slam. The term is used in order to describe the meeting of 2 translators in an open battle, where the only weapons are words and the different translation choices. The 2 translators had translated the original text. It was a chapter of the book Gehen ging gegangen by Jenny Erpenbeck, without knowing in advance the choices of each other. So both of them were called upon to present, to defend, or to revise their approaches in real time, and of course in front of an audience. The audience could participate actively, set questions, ask for clarifications, or even suggest other options which were not used by the translators. The outcome during this lively intercultural exchange was that nothing is right and nothing is wrong when translating. And the very interesting point was that the fact that even the translators were very skeptical at the end. The Transparent Translator was another event which is usually and annually held in the Frankfurt Book Fair. But our version here was more theoretical, let's say like putting on a play, and it was held, of course, in the Thessaloniki book fair. A translator had been asked to translate live on a desk with a table light, a cup of coffee, with dictionaries and a laptop, wearing casual clothes, and again in front of an audience. The audience here, again, could express their comments spontaneously and to discuss about problems in translation, giving sometimes different options or perspectives. So in order to accommodate all the above and many more which are to be conducted, we designed our website. This is the site where anyone can leave a message, of course, comment or present new ideas about language in general. And here you can find details and extra information which we cannot present at the moment because of time limits. This is the site. In this site there is also a blogging platform called Food for Your Friday Thoughts. Anyone who is interested in any aspect of language can write an article which appears online every Friday. That's why the name. The idea is to get to know people through their words, through their thoughts and language reflections, through their personal stories, experiences about language in general. Finally, we have created a trailer. Okay, a trailer, a video, in order to promote our strong belief that language is everything. And if language is everything, then many languages together are something more than everything. In this video, we are going to watch it after the end of this presentation. We are going to see the image and listen to the sound of multilingualism. So after all these presentations, workshops, events, and seminars, the social impact was only after a few months great. So many different places in Greece, 20 people working closely, 165 participants, 192 applicants, and very active social media profiles. And as we are talking about social impact, our project has also attracted the attention and gained the support of several sponsors and promoters, and we are grateful to them, and we would like to thank them in public. Here you can see some of them. So you may ask, what's next? In 2017, we are going to organize again events and some workshops both in Greece and abroad, because discussions, new ideas, and team spirit never stop. In December, the language project is invited amongst 550 applicants in order to participate to the Changemaker Exchange Forum in Palermo. In addition, this year, we are planning to provide cultural mediation services and professional training in order not only to promote social engagement, language awareness, and multicultural communication, but also to reduce at the same time discrimination and unemployment, two phenomena that are present nowadays in Greece, and we want to fight them. And as we said, the only weapons are words, and languages for us. So finally, in a few words, these were the basic points of the language project. Let's watch the video.
Et j'avais en face de chez moi un parc où il y avait des enfants qui venaient jouer et il y avait vraiment toutes les nationalités. Quand on allait jouer dans ce parc, on entendait toutes les langues du monde. Il y avait des Indiens, il y avait des qui venaient du Moyen-Orient.
Θα ήθελα να μάθω μέλλον κινέζικα.
Γιατί δεν θα μάθεις κινέζικα?
Γιατί όταν μεγαλώσω θέλω να πάω στην Κίνα να γίνω σεφ.
پښتو ژبه غږیږم پښتو مې مورنۍ ژبه ده همدارنګه اردو م غږیږم فارسي او دري
Svenska, engelska, tyska,
o lite spanska.
Español, alemán, inglés, un poco de portugués y intenté aprender ruso, pero lo dejé.
Μαθαίνω γερμανικά, γιατί όταν μεγαλώσω θέλω να γίνω ξεναγός.
Es hacer algo que me gusta, que no me paga bien, pero disfruto haciéndolo.
دوړه کوالینه د ما وکالت خوښ و خو ومنه شو کولی چې وکیل شم لیکن ترجمانی وکالت ته نږدې ده په دې وجه مې خوښیږي.
مترجمی بهم کمک میکنه به آدمایی که احتیاج دارن و نمیتونن با این زبان صحبت بکنن کمک کنم. خوشحالم از اینکه میتونم.
Я родился в России. Мои родители говорят по-русски и меня научили тоже.
Βασικά αυτό είναι ψέμα μεγάλο. Δεν μαθαίνεις αγγλικά, το φροντιστήριο του σχολείο. Από την τηλεόραση μαθαίνεις αγγλικά.
Είναι όμορφο να μιλάς με όλους τους ανθρώπους, να γελάς και να μπορείς να τρως όταν είσαι έξω.
Me gusta mucho ver películas extranjeras.
Bizarrement, j'aime pas beaucoup le cinéma français.
J'aime beaucoup le cinéma italien parce qu'il me fait rire.
سینما مې خوښیږي بعد انګلیسي فلمونه د بالیوډ فلمونه.
Εντάξει, είμαι φαν του Hollywood, είμαι αρκετά επιφανειακός σε αυτό το κομμάτι.
Y también hago subtítulos, traduzco subtítulos, entonces es un parte de mi trabajo también, ver películas y series.
Jag är en bibliotekarie och just nu jobbar jag i ett skolbibliotek. Så jag lever verkligen i böcker och barnböcker som jag älskar väldigt mycket.
When I was younger, I wanted to learn Japanese, to read the manga and whatnot.
کتابونو سره دومره خاص شوق نه لرم.
J'aime beaucoup lire.
Δεν διαβάζω πάρα πολύ.
J'essaie de lire un livre par mois si possible et j'aime surtout lire en français et en anglais.
کتاب زیاد میخونم. خیلی خوندن رو دوست دارم. La dernière fois que j'ai voyagé, c'était en Thaïlande.
I went to Gibraltar.
Στο Πεκίνο για να δω τους συγγενείς μου.
آخر مرة زرت لبنان.
Et c'était assez compliqué parce qu'ils parlent aucune autre langue et l'anglais c'était vraiment difficile, mais c'était très 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 amusant.
He intentado hablar en idiomas que no conozco bien, pero la verdad es que me resulta un poco difícil porque soy un poco friki y quiero hablar bien. No, tengo vergüenza de cantar.
Θα γίνω κλεισέ αν πω το La Vie en Rose. Ένα ποίημα. Ωραία.
تا تیرے دم سے تر و تازہ جہان آرزو کیا چلی باد خزاں گلشن کو ویرا کر دیا.
Quand il me prend dans ses bras, qu'il me parle tout bas, je vois la vie.
Δεν το ξέρω πώς πάει, δεν θυμάμαι.
لو خايفة عدومك تلاقي لما.
If I was your boyfriend, let you go. Justin Bieber.
Mitt favoritord på svenska är mys, ishu.
ښېګړه.
Sorti.
Una palabra que me gusta es, sí, de porteño es caballero.
Since you're putting me on the spot, I'd have to say ebrimathia.
أنا أستخدم كل الوقت الكلمة حب. Δηλαδή αγάπη.
No es una en español, ahora me sale una en alemán que es Zerstörung y significa catástrofe.
Van Volkswagen, parce que ça me fait penser à des voyages et ça me fait penser à des super choses que je peux apprendre et vivre.
Mys σημαίνει, μάλλον δεν μπορεί να μεταφραστεί ακριβώς, δεν υπάρχει σίγουρα ακριβής μετάφραση στα ελληνικά, αλλά είναι μία κατάσταση στην οποία οι Σουηδοί δημιουργούν μία ατμόσφαιρα στο σπίτι, με κεράκια συνήθως και τέτοια, και απλά μαζεύονται και σίγουρα εκφράζει και την ανάγκη τους για ζεστασιά και έτσι, κοινωνικότητα.
Caballero porque tiene esa sensación de honor, de cómo tratar a una mujer, cómo debería uno tratar a una mujer y todo eso. Por eso me gusta.
Η αγαπημένη μου λέξη στα γερμανικά είναι το auto. Να πω και τι σημαίνει. Και σημαίνει αμάξι.
الكلمات تتضمن
Des villes.
Memories.
Semestrar.
文化
Semia.
Gefühle.
Μυρωδιές.
Relationships.
des traditions,
Historia.
Así que convierte tus pensamientos en palabras.
Don't be ashamed to speak a language that you don't know very well.
Άμα λάθος δεν πειράζει.
Si no sabes qué significa algo, pregunta.
Dis-le avec tes mots à toi.
So, that was all. Thank you very much for the attention.
Like, not services, but giving translation in many aspects, right? But you mentioned the youth and the kids. How does it relate? What you're trying to do there?
Okay, that was the first idea. Now we have everything. Okay, children, we have organized some seminars about very young children, 5, 6, 10, 11 years old, and also adults. That was the first idea for the youth.
Young adults.
Yes, young adults.
But you don't, like, you show the kids what it means to translate and maybe find a way to present their thoughts and change meanings and stuff, but in a more organized way.
Yes, exactly.
You do that with schools, or is it something, some initiatives like private initiatives?
Yes, private initiatives. We have organized these workshops in language centers, like Frontisteria here. And in some schools, we have something in our plans for this year with a cooperation with some schools in Greece.
Sorry, because I think it's a very good idea to relate this with the anti-bullying movement that is happening. Because I know from my kids, it's really happening a lot, and it's a pity. Okay. So these things could really help, like from this point of view.
That's why I said we want to fight discrimination, not only unemployment, but discrimination and all these actions in schools. This is a good way.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Good morning. Congratulations. What languages do you work with?
Until now, everything English, German, French. What else do we have?
That's all.
That's all.
For the
Okay.
time being,
Yes.
Are you planning to introduce any more?
Yes, of course. This is our goal.
Hello, thank you for your presentation. I wonder if you are you planning or are you doing something about the refugee crisis? You know, they need a lot of interpreters and help.
Yes.
What are you doing about that, or do you have that in mind?
Yes. It was very difficult at the beginning, but now we have so many ideas. We have already done many things because this is exactly what we believe too. Yeah, so this year, 2017, is the great year for us. This is another thing that we are going to do. Yes.
Anyone?
Yes.
Good morning. Thank you for the presentation.
Good morning.
I wonder if it's possible to somehow engage or participate in your activities.
Yes, of course.
Like how?
How? You can send an email. You can present your ideas. You can come into a contact. Is there another way? Okay, yes, you can send an email.
Or we can talk about it later.
We can talk about it after, the presentation.
Yeah, thank you. I just was wondering because you are giving the presentation here to the Polyglot, so I thought maybe you have something special in mind to encourage people to, I don't know, do what?
Yes, we have so many ideas, so many different ideas, and we want people to participate. So just come in contact, and we can discuss everything.
Okay, thank you.
We thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. I am an English teacher in Italy at a Sprachengymnasium, and I think
This would be a very nice project to do also with my students. I like the video, so there are some very nice ideas that one can copy or at least share if you want to, with some ideas we did at our school. And I just wanted to know about the Wilhelm Busch. So you said you tried it out with beginners?
Yes.
And what did you translate?
Yes.
I mean, it's very difficult, so...
Yes, it was very difficult. Okay.
Did you translate all the book? Or one story, maybe?
Just one of the stories. One. Yes, not the whole book,
yeah,
of course.
So you helped, or how should beginners translate the Wilhelm Busch story?
They knew other languages, and they were trying to find similarities and differences, because we wanted to put into our seminar the mother tongue, which was out. Or some of them used the English language, and they said, for example, oh, that und is like and, so maybe is ke in Greek.
Or did you offer them other
yes,
the Wilhelm Busch from other translations? So I don't know, the English version or something? Nothing.
They had
just
only the original text. Okay. Yes, we used some dictionaries online, and in that way.
And you are all official translators?
Yes.
Did I get right? So you help them?
Yes. Okay.
Very good. So,
thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you for your presentation. You mentioned you work with younger children as well. Could you give some examples of what activities you do with younger ages?
With young children?
Yes.
The only one we have already organized was the Cooperative Translation Workshop. This is the first one.
Okay. Any other plans for other activities with that age group?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Yes, there are so many plans for this year.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why.
May I? Yes. Actually, we are planning to go to schools and organize there maybe something like this, the translation workshop or the translation slam. But we have to get the access to the school.
Of course.
And this is the difficulty at the moment. But we are going to organize it as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I was just wondering whether you've looked at the Erasmus Plus program, because to my mind this would fit under the different programs. You have schools, you have adult education, you have vocational education training, and you have the youth components. And from what I see here, this project could go into all of those different categories. So you could set up different transnational projects with different countries, working with different components. If you were to do the subtitling translation, you could do that as a vocational component. With the youth aspects, you could send young people on. You could set up a slam competition with other countries or something like that. I would see that there's definite scope there. So I was just wondering if you've considered that at all.
Yes. That's a very good idea. Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. We can speak about it afterwards if you want.
Okay.
Hello, thank you very much. It was very interesting. I am living and working in Luxembourg, and since you say you want to do it in schools, I could bring you, if you are interested, in contact with a European school where there are pupils from 28 countries, and I think that such a project would be really very interesting.
Okay, thank you very, very much. We want that.
How long is the project running? Who's funding it? And what's going to happen after it ends?
This is the big question, the last one.
Okay, we have started about a year ago or something like that, with the sponsorship of the Socio-Cultural Centers of Germany, of Goethe-Institut Thessaloniki, and Robert Bosch Stiftung, who were our initial sponsors. And now it is running on our own. So, And yeah, our aim is to let it run for forever if we can do it. Yeah.
Anyone else?
Okay, I think that's all. Thank you very much.